Another 5 minute first impressions. Today we're going to do willcara.com. Here we go. I'll move this out of the way. Will's thoughts. Okay. This looks like an identical copy of medium.com. In fact, it looks identical. It's got some lazy loading going on here. It's a blog. It's minimal. It's interesting. Okay, so despite the fact that it is, excuse me, I'm just fixing my seat. Despite the fact that it is almost identical to Medium. In fact, I wonder, did you just flip the icon upside down? But okay, so you're making it your own slightly. It's very similar. Okay, so you got your thing here. All right, well, not a bad thing, I suppose. We learned from, you got to learn from somewhere. So I would go, right, first thing that's hitting me design-wise, all right, so there's so little here to go wrong, which is a good thing, of course, but there's so little here to go wrong. I'm going to pick up on the things that are the small kind of things, right? So we know it's your blog. I think a lot about stuff. Okay, so that's like the most generic, give us a little bit more here, okay? Okay, maybe it is just like a completely arbitrary blog that does nothing, but it, or doesn't focus on anything in particular, and you're doing it just to learn web design. But I would say, even for your sake, put a little bit more there just to see how it looks. So your title here is sitting in a weird position. It's right on the horizon line, or not the horizon line. The horizon would be a little bit higher, but it's right on this border between the water and the line and the tree line in the background, and that's creating a bit of a weird effect, I think, and it's splitting it in half, and it's distracting. Yeah, I guess it is distracting. So I would try and change your margins there so it fits, or change your picture, so it'll work somewhere. I mean, there's no reason you couldn't put this down another EM, or just move so the top of the W starts here. That could also work, or just change the cropping of the picture, but it doesn't work where it is. Okay, the picture's a little bit grainy as well in the background. I mean, there's two things you can do to pictures. Well, not that's a mad generalization, but there's a few things you can do when you're using large pictures in the background like that. A lot of people tend to blur them, so you open them up in GIMP or Photoshop, and you do a Gaussian blur on them, and that makes them sit in the background. It looks like you're looking through a frosted window at them or something like that. Another thing you can do is you can put the color overlay, which you have, but if you're not going for the blur, you need to have a high definition picture, because if you're looking at this on a high definition screen, it looks grainy and it looks JPEG'd, which this image does. It's quite evident in the area of this house here where you've got straight lines that are just getting lost and blurred, and it's not on purpose. The other thing you can do is you can add a texture to them. I've seen it a couple of times where you add like a slight overlay to it. It's very tricky to get right though, and it doesn't look I'll leave it there. It's very tricky to get right. We'll go down here. This is really nice, I have to say, from here down. You've obviously taken you've learned from another experience here. That's nice. I like the little subtle, well, it's not a subtle fade, but it's wouldn't be mad on the green. It's not related to anything up here, but it's good. In terms of a mouse over, I just go for a subtler color. Your spacing here is nice. The font and the weight is nice. Your little picture, it's a little bit small, but it is nice. I like it. That's lovely. I like the blurb you have, just the right size of blurbs as well, going down. Your menu here isn't working. There's something. This is just, there's not enough weight, or there's something just not right here, and I'm not too sure what it is. It looks too flat, it looks too pixelated, it looks too undesigned. So I would spend a little bit of time on that, but it's quite nice. So good work, and I'll see you again later.